Here we are today in the beautiful Anubhuti Meditation and Retreat Center, located in Novato, California, and we are celebrating the International Day of Peace in collaboration with our partners, grantees, local community, family, and friends. My name is Heidi Majano. I'm the Executive Director of the Peaceful World Foundation, and working within the peace movement has really influenced my life. It's a movement that takes us inwardly. It means looking at ourselves and really seeing how we can contribute to a better world, usually through meditation or prayer or Tai Chi and yoga. There's all these great tools to help us find that peace that we're all looking for. It's as if we're relearning ways to heal ourselves through either past trauma or stress, or trying to find the answer to the great question, who am I? The Peaceful World Foundation was founded by the late Sami Sunchild and established in 2007. Our mission is to foster a culture of global peace through the promotion of hosted conversations, the arts, and mindful education. Today, the Peaceful World Foundation strives to carry on her vision of mindful conversations while financially supporting, assisting, and encouraging organizations and communities in their peace-building efforts. Our charitable goal is to promote peace by supporting nonprofit organizations in the Bay Area. We are really excited with our 2018 and 2019 grantees who have this capacity to demonstrate peace-building efforts in furthering their organizational goals. Seeds of Awareness, Commonweal, Holistic Underground, all these organizations have such a feel for community and a desire and a passion to capture peace within their programs.
The funding from Peaceful World Foundation, it was one of our first significant grants we've received. We're a young nonprofit. Right now we're 7 years old. And 2 years ago when we received that grant, it allowed us the impetus to grow our programs and to expand our reach. We've been getting approached by schools and community members for our services. So when we got the grant from Peaceful World Foundation, we were able to build our capacity, open up a new counseling center that brought in extra revenues, so we were able to offer more and more schools scholarships to come in and set up counseling programs, train their teachers, and work with their children, teaching them social emotional learning skills like mindfulness and conflict resolution and building empathy. So it was a real boost for us as an organization, and it gave us the momentum and the financial support to take some risks and grow. Yeah, it was so awesome coming and meeting Heidi and then meeting other fundees, people who received grants from Peaceful World Foundation and other community members. I was invited to facilitate a conversation on the benefits and the challenges of bringing mindfulness into schools.
The Peaceful World Foundation stepped in at a critical moment. We were a very young program. We had just started it. The funding really allowed us to bring in an amazingly diverse group of young people, of staff. All the staff are artists and singers and writers and hip-hop artists and whackers and spoken word magicians. And the young people come from all over the Bay Area and represent the diversity of the Bay Area. And this funding allowed us to remove the obstacle of funding. Young people were able to come regardless of whether they could afford it, and we were able to pay our staff. The conversation that I was part of talked a lot about legacy and how do you do intergenerational leadership? How does an organization like Commonweal that's been around for 40 years integrate leadership from people from different generations, and that was part of that conversation as well. So it's such a gift to have a moment to just slow down over a cup of coffee with other change makers and artists and thinkers and philosophers to come together and exchange ideas of kind of another level of community.
The group of young people, they begin their journey together by starting a 2-week course in the High Sierra, and there is where they're building the trust and really starting their time together to be able to have difficult conversations about where they have been and where they come from in their communities, and they're working together to create service projects. So my first breakfast conversation that I participated in through the Peaceful World Foundation focused on diversity and advocacy.
It's so meaningful to connect with people on that intellectual, emotional level as well, because conversation breaks down physical barriers as well as borders. Everything that disconnects us when we operate on an individual level, conversation transcends that into something larger.
The mission of Create Peace Project is to raise the voices and vision of young people in order to create a more peaceful world. The funding from the Peaceful World Foundation has allowed us to work with approximately 30 young people. And the young people have already done a summer program where we've created the background for 8 feet by 16 feet of the mural. And as we train them in peace building concepts, some of the feedback that we got from the students is that they feel much more empowered to speak up, to be creative, to be connected with their new friends that they met as fellow peace leaders, and to identify themselves as peace leaders, and get to know each other and to be strengthened as peace leaders, and to value their heritage and their ancestors, and value themselves as creative change makers. We're very grateful for the support. It really made a difference in the young people's lives.
It wouldn't be possible without gifts of the kind that the Peaceful World Foundation has given us. It wouldn't be possible otherwise to make the time to get together with others, to conceive of a way to bring art making to communities that don't realize what an amazing resource and discipline it is. It's always been a centering activity when they do it at the Tides Converge, but I must say it was way more impactful in an environment like this, where I'm not having to think, oh, I have an appointment, I need to go back to the office in a minute, and to actually settle in and listen more carefully to what's being said. So it's a very important work that the Peaceful World Foundation is doing, and it's fundamental to what ArtSeed does with art.
I think the Peaceful World Foundation is doing amazing work, finding organizations like ours who can really benefit from that support, growing organizations who need support from the community. So I'm really grateful for Peaceful World Foundation for making a difference in Seeds of Awareness and continuing to provide us support and connections to help us change the world.